Kaliningrad. This small Russian exclave nestled between Lithuania and Poland often escapes the headlines. Yet, this seemingly insignificant territory holds immense geopolitical significance. It is a stark reminder of Russia's enduring reach into the heart of Europe and a potential flashpoint in the increasingly tense relationship between Russia and the West. Kaliningrad is heavily militarized, hosting Russia's Baltic fleet and a formidable arsenal. This includes advanced anti-aircraft systems like the S-400, capable of targeting NATO aircraft and missiles. The deployment of Iskander missiles, capable of carrying nuclear warheads, further escalates tensions. This heavily fortified exclave serves as a strategic bastion for Russia, offering a crucial access point to the Baltic Sea. Unlike many Russian ports, Kaliningrad remains ice-free year-round, providing a vital outlet for its naval forces. Its geographic location grants Russia the ability to project power into the heart of Europe, directly bordering NATO members. The presence of such significant military assets within striking distance of NATO territory has understandably raised alarm bells within the alliance. Kaliningrad's strategic importance is undeniable, and its military capabilities cannot be ignored. To understand Kaliningrad's complex geopolitical significance, one must delve into its history. Once known as Königsberg, the city served as the capital of East Prussia, a German territory for centuries. The city boasted a rich cultural heritage and a predominantly German population. However, the end of World War II brought about a dramatic transformation. As part of the post-war agreements, Königsberg was annexed by the Soviet Union. The city, devastated by war, witnessed the expulsion of its German inhabitants, replaced by Russian settlers. Renamed Kaliningrad in 1946, the city underwent a radical transformation. The Soviet Union, wary of its newly acquired territory and its proximity to Western Europe, transformed Kaliningrad into a heavily militarized zone. The city became a crucial outpost during the Cold War, a stark symbol of the Iron Curtain that divided Europe. This history of conquest, expulsion, and militarization continues to shape Kaliningrad today. It serves as a potent symbol of Russia's historical grievances and its determination to maintain a strategic foothold in the region. Kaliningrad is home to the Baltic Fleet, Russia's oldest and strategically important naval force. The fleet's presence in the Baltic Sea, a region surrounded by NATO members, highlights the precarious security situation. Russia views the Baltic Sea as crucial to its security, while NATO considers it a vital waterway for its members. Adding to the tension is the presence of nuclear-capable Iskander missiles in Kaliningrad. These missiles, with a range of over 500 kilometers, can target key NATO installations and population centers in Eastern Europe. While Russia maintains that the deployment is purely defensive, NATO perceives it as provocative and destabilizing. The potential for miscalculation or escalation in this context is high. The presence of nuclear weapons, even if intended as a deterrent, introduces an unacceptable level of risk. Any conflict in the region, however limited, carries the terrifying possibility of escalating into a nuclear confrontation. The Baltic Sea region has become a stage for military posturing and displays of force. Both NATO and Russia regularly conduct military exercises in the area, testing their capabilities and sending clear signals of resolve. Kaliningrad has become a testing ground for Russia's hybrid warfare tactics. These tactics blend conventional and unconventional methods, including cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, and economic coercion. One example is the increasing frequency of GPS jamming incidents from Kaliningrad. These disruptions affect civilian aircraft, ships, and ground-based navigation systems in NATO countries. Such actions disrupt civilian life and create uncertainty. Additionally, there have been reports of airspace violations by Russian aircraft, cyber attacks targeting critical infrastructure, and disinformation campaigns aimed at undermining trust in NATO. These actions contribute to an atmosphere of tension and mistrust. NATO is aware of Russia's hybrid warfare capabilities and is working to counter them. This includes strengthening cyber defenses and improving intelligence sharing. The alliance recognizes that countering hybrid warfare requires a comprehensive approach. Section 5, the Suwałki Gap, NATO's Achilles heel. The Suwałki Gap is a strategic vulnerability for NATO. This 65-kilometer stretch connects the Baltic states to NATO. Control of this corridor is crucial for NATO's defense. Russia has conducted exercises simulating its closure. Seizing the corridor would isolate Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. NATO has increased its military presence in the region. This includes multinational battle groups and enhanced air policing. The alliance is committed to deterring Russian aggression. The Suwalki Gap remains a vulnerable choke point. Its defense relies on NATO's swift and decisive reaction. Section 6. NATO expansion, shifting the balance of power. The recent accession of Finland and Sweden to NATO has significantly altered the security landscape in the Baltic Sea region. Both countries, historically neutral, opted to join the alliance in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, citing concerns about their own security. Finland's membership, in particular, is strategically significant. Sharing a 1,340-kilometer border with Russia, Finland's entry into NATO more than doubles the alliance's land border with Russia. This move significantly enhances NATO's ability to monitor Russian military activities and reinforces its presence in the region. Russia has condemned NATO's expansion, viewing it as a direct threat to its security. Moscow argues that NATO's eastward expansion violates past agreements and has contributed to the current tensions. However, NATO maintains that its open-door policy is defensive in nature and that each country has the right to choose its own alliances. The accession of Finland and Sweden, coupled with the strengthening of NATO's eastern flank, demonstrates the alliance's resolve in the face of Russian aggression. However, it also raises the stakes, increasing the risk of miscalculation and escalation. Section 7. A new arms race in the Baltic. The escalating tensions in the Baltic Sea region have led to a renewed arms race. Both NATO and Russia are increasing their military spending, modernizing their forces, and conducting more frequent and complex military exercises. This buildup, while intended to deter aggression, also carries the risk of further escalating tensions. NATO members have pledged to increase their defense spending to 2% of their GDP, a target that many had previously struggled to meet. The alliance is also investing in new technologies such as advanced missile defense systems. Russia, for its part, has been modernizing its military for years, focusing on developing advanced weapons systems, including hypersonic missiles and sophisticated electronic warfare capabilities. The deployment of these weapon systems to Kaliningrad further heightens concerns. This military buildup, while understandable given the current geopolitical climate, creates a dangerous feedback loop. Each side's actions are perceived as threatening by the other, leading to a spiral of mistrust and escalation. Section 8. Kaliningrad. A pawn in a larger game. Kaliningrad's significance extends beyond its immediate geographical context. It serves as a microcosm of the broader tensions and mistrust that characterize the relationship between Russia and the West. The exclave embodies Russia's historical grievances, its strategic ambitions, and its willingness to use military force to achieve its objectives. For Russia, Kaliningrad represents a valuable asset, a strategic outpost that allows it to project power into the heart of Europe. It also serves as a bargaining chip, a lever that Moscow can use to extract concessions from the West. For NATO, Kaliningrad represents a challenge, a constant reminder of Russia's military capabilities and its unpredictable behavior. The alliance is forced to walk a fine line, balancing the need to deter Russian aggression with the desire to avoid unnecessary escalation. The situation in Kaliningrad highlights the urgent need for dialogue and diplomacy. While military preparedness is essential, it is not a sustainable solution in the long term. Both sides must find a way to manage their differences and reduce the risk of conflict. Section 9. The future of Kaliningrad. A microcosm of East-West relations. The future of Kaliningrad remains uncertain. The current trajectory of escalating tensions and military buildup is unsustainable and carries significant risks. However, finding a path to de-escalation and dialogue will require both sides to make difficult choices. Russia must recognize that its actions, including its invasion of Ukraine and its aggressive rhetoric, have consequences. NATO, for its part, must be clear and firm in its response to Russian aggression while also remaining open to dialogue and diplomacy. The people of Kaliningrad, caught in the middle of this geopolitical chess game, deserve a future free from the shadow of conflict. Their fate, like the fate of the region and perhaps the world, hinges on the ability of Russia and the West to find a way to coexist peacefully. The future of Kaliningrad is a reminder that peace and security are not guaranteed. They require constant vigilance, a willingness to defend one's values, and a commitment to finding peaceful solutions to even the most complex challenges.